Hi, this is Jonathan from thebatrix.com. I'm a web designer in Northern California. Today I'm going to be giving you a video tutorial and intro to Joomla content management system. Joomla is a content management system, which means it's an advanced website with a database that allows you to handle lots of content. It makes it a lot easier than it used to be to make websites. So if you're watching this, you probably have a Joomla website or are interested in seeing how easy it is to manage your own Joomla website. So the first question you would need to know is, how do I log in? You basically go to whatever your website is, /administrator, or it's really wherever your Joomla folder is kept. So show you on this browser, the first thing you have to do is open up your web browser. I use Google Chrome primarily. And you'll see up here, thebatrix.com, Joomla demo /administrator. So you need to know your name and password, username and password, and you log in. This is the main area, also known as the control panel. And this is how you get there through the top menu. I'm going to be explaining basically what's going on with this top menu here, because that is basically all you need to know to run your Joomla website. My most favorite button is this up here. It's called View Site, and if you click it, your browser will open up another tab and allow you to see your front end of your website. So the front end of your website is here, and now you have another tab open. That's the back site. The back end of your website. Now, the most important thing you need to know, I'm just going to try to show you some of the most important features first and then tell you about the rest of these menu items. The most important thing you need to know is where the article manager is, because the articles are essentially the pages of information in your Joomla website. So this content menu is the most important for most of you if you just want to edit basic text of an article and change the text. If you want to add articles and menu items, it's a bit more complicated, and that'll be in a separate tutorial on the menu. So if you click in your article manager, and if you click on one of those articles, then you will go into an article, and you see there's this editor down here. You have information up here such as the title, and then the alias, which is the actual can be the actual web address of your article. It's complicated. Don't worry about it. Basically, we have this text area down here, and we can change this text. Right now it says, "Hoi, how are you?" But we just wanted to say, "Hi, how are you?" And we're going to save it up here in the upper right hand corner. So if you click save, it'll save it, but it'll remain on this page. And if you go back to the front end and refresh, you'll see that "Hoi, how are you" has now become "Hi, how are you" on the website. So that's it. It's that easy to change your website. You just have to know how to save and find your article. So now that we're done with this article, we can close, which is also essentially cancel. If you make some changes and you make a mistake, something doesn't look right, you can always just close instead of saving. And that'll allow you to cancel and go back to the article manager. Your articles are are articles that you can assign to a featured article menu tab, which is basically you can create a blog of whatever featured articles you want. And you can, in the media manager, you can look at your images and your photos that you have in your images folder of Joomla. Making an article is as easy as clicking in the featured button here in the article manager. And now that second sample article is also featured. And if we go to my home page, which is a featured article page, blog page, we can see a second article now. And it's in blog format. Kind of cool. So content is the most important for editing basic pages in Joomla. Now I'm going to tell you a little bit about the other menus, just real quick. The site menu is an administrative menu. The most important thing is the global configuration, because you have your global site description in there and your keyword description in there for your website. So it's very good for SEO to know about it. Maintenance allows you to clear the cache, do a global check-in, which means check in articles that other people might be using. The users the user menu is a menu that helps you see who's using your website. You can assign other people to be administrators of the site, or people can become users if they log into your store, for example. So you could have front-end users as well as back-end users, and you can assign different user access levels for all those people. The menus menu controls the menus on your website. Right now, if you look at my front-end site, I only have one menu, and it has this one menu button. Menus are pretty complicated, so I'm not going to get into them here. There's a lot of options for how to create menu items, and it's going to be in a separate tutorial later. Once again, this is the content menu where your pages are. The components menu contains components, which are basically software programs that are on your website. For example, I have Hickashop here, which is a open source e-commerce program, which is really great. I use for online stores. JCE editor is a WYSIWYG editor, which is basically helpful in editing your web pages. So those are a couple of software. Extensions are also software. The extension manager helps you erase or install new ones. The module manager is basically also software programs, visible software programs that you can see in different parts of your website. The plugin manager is basically invisible software that's in your website. The template manager controls how your front end and back end look, and you can edit the CSS or the HTML pages of your website there, so it's advanced. You don't want to mess around with this stuff if you don't understand it, or you can destroy your website very quickly. The help menu is simply links to Joomla resources, so you can find out more about how to work your Joomla site. Primarily, once again, you will only need to use the content article manager and possibly components that help with the functionality of the website. In the right hand corner, we have how many people are on the site. We have how many people are logged in right now. We have a little mail feature. Not exactly sure what that does. And once again, we have my favorite button, the View Site, which allows you to see your current